Yeah, so good morning, everyone. It's great. It's awesome. It's been a long journey. So it's supposed to be 6 weeks, but we eventually spent 7 weeks. We understand because schools had to go on break. So it's great to have everybody this morning. We are going to be having our presentations, which is the last requirement for getting our certificates to be indeed core skills mentees. And like I would always say, yes, the structured program is over, but then the beautiful thing is you can always reach out, okay, after now. I may not be able to answer immediately and as promptly as I've always done in the last 6 weeks, but be assured that I would continue to be of support to you. Tomorrow we'll be adding you to the alumni group where you get to meet other alums so far for the year 2023, so that we still keep in touch. So it's not totally over, right? This meeting is usually very emotional, but I'm used to it, right? Yes, because a child will get to a point where they grow and they go ahead to do exploits in the world. So we are going to start right away with our presentation this morning. And like I said, we have 6 minutes each. We're going to start with Mr. Joseph F. Young. And by the way, while you're presenting, please, your camera must be on because I'm also going to be picking up some clues and also ensuring that you do what is expected for you to do. So, Mr. Joseph, you are going to start. And basically, you're just going to be giving us an overview of what you learned from the research work and how you're going to apply what you have learned, as simple as that. So, Mr. Joseph, I'm sure you are ready for your session. Okay, I think you are still trying to get ready. Can we have Mr. Idowu Arije come up first so that we can get started? So, Mr. Idowu, please. You will have to turn on your camera. Is everyone developing cold feet or what is happening? It's not such a big deal, right? Okay, who is ready? If you are ready, you can raise up your hand. You can raise up your digital hand. Gloria, are you ready? Glory, can you hear me? I hope everyone can hear me because I'm beginning to feel as though.
I can hear you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Okay, so Glory, are you ready to go ahead with your presentation?
Okay.
Okay, good. Mr. Idowu said, so you have to turn on your camera. Okay, Mr. Idowu said he's trying to turn on his. So while we are waiting for him, let's get started. I want us to maximize the time also. Okay, so over to you, Glory. Your time starts now. So you'll be wrapping up at 7:11. Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Glory, and I'm so excited to be a part of this program. I'll just be sharing, I'll start with the review from networking skills. I'm starting off with networking skills. Okay, so networking skills is the ability to make meaningful connections with individuals and organizations. And one of the strongest reasons I had to ask myself is why network? And what I discovered is that first, networking with people and organizations helps to establish lasting relationships. It helps to build it helps to give you succor when there are issues. And it also helps to increase your net worth. It helps to increase your net worth. There's this thing said by this very Les Brown. He said, we earn up to 80% from 20% of our network. So it's very important that we have only quality people around us. It's very, very important. And that's why we need to network. So how can you network with people? How? I had some steps which I'm just going to highlight, then I move to presentation skills. First, become a person of value. This, for me, is like the very first step, because the people you also want to connect with are looking for value. So you have to make sure that you're also a person of value. And then when you meet them, you can also give them. It will not be a parasitic relationship. It will be a symbiotic relationship where they're also gaining something positive. Number two, be proactive. You don't just wait for people to come and meet you. You don't wait at all. You have to be deliberate about it. You have to take steps. You have to reach out to them. And then you have to make it a goal, just like, how many people do I want to connect with? What kind of people do I want to connect with that are related to my dream and my vision? And even there's something the Bible says, it says that he that will have friends will first show himself friendly. Number three is to find a common ground. When you meet people and you want to network with them, it's always good to find a common ground. Now, the common ground is, what do we have in common? You just realize that, okay, somebody is passionate about education. I'm also passionate about education. When you can establish that common ground, it will be easy to connect with people. So it can be anything that people are, interested in. And then we have using of physical events, programs, social media to expand your network. We have unlimited opportunities and it's possible. Then number five, which is the last one for networking with people, is to be your real self. There is this thing people like to do, like put up a facade to give people a false impression of who they really are. It will make you live under pressure, even if you get that connection. So it's always good for you to be the real you and live life in the fullest. That's for networking skills. I'll move to presentation skills. I had a mentor one time and he said something to me. He said, when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So that has given me a kind of, made me be very intentional about the things that come out of my mouth when I speak. And so presentation has to do with the ability to transfer information, ideas from people. So it refers to the qualities and techniques for effective communication. And you know that communication is not complete without feedback. So you must always put that at the back of your mind. Now, why do we have to learn presentation skills as professionals? It is very important because it's a 21st century skill for survival. It's not just what we need for work, like you need water, food. You need to learn to present your ideas. If not, you'll be shortchanged. You can be cheated out of the things that actually belong to you. Number two, it helps us presentation skills, mastering our presentation skills. I think I'd like to do that. And number three, presentation skills. It is a highly profitable skill right now. Very, very profitable. So we want to learn how to convert that skill to money and all of that. So how can we do it? How can we do this? Presentation skills, it grows when we know our material. You know what you're talking about. You know what it's about. You are confident in the area of your strength. So why not speak about the things and present about the things that you are passionate. Okay, yes. Then yes. So know your audience, their demographics. Get familiar with your tools and find out different ways to express your idea. I am going to put all of this into practice. All of it into practice because it has really, really helped me. And I know that as soon as I get to build more value into myself, I will attract and connect with the right people. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. What a good way to get started. All right. So who is ready to go next? Just raise your digital ad. Okay. I guess. Also, Mr. Idowu, kindly unmute. And let's get to hear you. So you may need to adjust your camera. A part of your head is chopped off. and we want to see your face. Or the seat you are on, I guess, is pretty high. Yeah, so that's part of what, because a lot of presentations are going to be going up virtually. So you have to learn all those sitting positions. You have to be rightly positioned. So it's part of what we are, yes, walking around. Exactly. So you may want to sit somewhere we can see your face properly. Well done, Glory. That was a fantastic one. Well done, well done. Okay, so beautiful. It's a lot better now. So your time starts now, and by 7:18, you have to wrap up. Over to you, Mr. Ido.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
I'm starting with networking skills. Networking skills are skills that deal with communication and interpersonal relationship within and outside an organization. And basically, networking skills can be classified into three, though the three types are interrelated. That is, they enter into one another. So it's a bit difficult to strategically separate one from the other. We have the operational, personal, and strategic. The operational has to do with how the leader tends to or tries to manage current responsibility in an organization. The second one, which is personal, has to do with how the leader is working to build or to boost his personal development within the organization. And the last one is the strategic networking. That is how the leader tries to make use of the current trend in the organization and outside the organization to look at the business direction, and then as well determine who and who to enlist within the team so that the organizational goals can be achieved. Fred Feed 2013 suggested 8 critical networking skills. The first one is suggested was the leader needs to understand and leverage personal style. The leader needs to strategically target his activities. The third one, the leader needs to systematically plan networking. That is, networking does not happen by accident. The leader needs to work it out. The leader needs to initiate it. And the fourth one, the leader needs to develop relationship over time. Relationship takes time. It's not a spontaneous thing. It takes time because relationship has to do with trust. And the more people are confident about you, the more they try to give themselves to you. They try to share their ideas with you. And when I was going through networking, I just discovered that our Lord Jesus Christ is a great networker, because looking at the way he gathered the disciples, I look at the case of Andrew, I look at the case of Philip, I discovered that I see a kind of network in there. They're trying to connect. He called someone, the other person had to call his brother, and so on, just like that. So we have to develop relationship over time. And looking at Jesus, the people started in a very small way. And at the time, he had a lot of people that he had to now need to sieve them by putting some things out so that he will be able to work with people who really want to be a member of his team. So we need to engage others effectively. And I saw that in Jesus as well. And then we need to showcase our expertise as leaders, because when our followers or people under us, they know what we can offer, they'll be ready to work with us. They'll be ready to be part of our team. So far, what we are doing align with their own goals and aspirations as well. And then we should assess opportunities. That means A leader who wants to be a great networker must be someone who is a person of insight and insight, because opportunity is an impatient visitor. So you need to access the opportunity from time to time and then tap into it.
One more minute.
The last thing is
1 more minute.
deliver. Okay. So let me move to. Okay. Thank you. So networking rules: the leader should be sincere. The leader should collaborate, should share resources, use power thoughtfully, communicate skillfully, negotiate effectively, and then learn to manage conflict. These things, I'm going to incorporate them into my leadership responsibilities as I have the opportunity. Then communication. Communication has to do with persuasion, sharing our point of view, trying to sell idea, and then trying to bring people to our side. Communication, presentation skill is not something we develop overnight. It is through constant practice. Because I remember then when I was in secondary school, I was a shy person. But as I have the opportunity to communicate, to stand in the public, I seized the opportunity, and over time I became confident. At the time, I was just wondering that, am I the one teaching? Because I am someone who is that shy. But with time, so it's something you develop over time. So when it comes to presentation, we need to master our presentation. Then we need to practice over and over. We need to know our audience so that the kind of thing we present, the kind of jokes or humor will not be out of context. Then we need to arrive at the venue of our presentation. We need to think positively, because normally when you want to present, you are a bit nervous. So you need to be positive, because that is what the audience will read in you. Then we need to make eye contact when we are presenting, not as if we are just reading something out to the learners, to the audience rather. We need to make eye contact. We need to have a sense of humor, and then be flexible. We should be confident. We shouldn't be afraid to pause now and then. So because you have some people, when they are presenting, it is like they are doing Quranic recitation. So you need to pause now and then. You also need to engage with your audience, not as if you are trying to read out something in a catechism class to them or something like doctrine. You need to try to engage with them. We need to. So as a presenter, you just need to study other presentations, to seize opportunity. Either you go online or you attend webinars or seminars where people are presenting, and try to learn one or two things about them, and then you reflect on what you have observed. So I have been presenting, but I will still do more to incorporate some of those skills that require to be a good presenter. Thank you, and God bless you, man.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Okay, so well done, Glory and Mr. Idowu. Lami, are you ready for us? Blessing, are you ready for us? I am the only one that has power to make this woman turn off her video, and I'm feeling very powerful.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
As you can see, I'm still booting, but I'm fine.
Yeah, awesome. Great to know you.
Yes. Okay, so let me start
now. You're going to be wrapping up by 7:27. All right, over to you.
Okay, cool. I don't even think I'll stay that long. So networking, the research on networking is very interesting. So basically, networking is all about connecting with other people. The definition of networking is basically, it's about developing and maintaining a mutual valuable relationship with other people. Most of the time, the highest form of networking is word of mouth. But then how do you get to that place where you have word of mouth, or you have the information to be able to pass on to the next person? You create networks with families, you create networks with work colleagues, you create networks with mentors, you create networks with former employees. Networking opportunities, you can have that at work, you can have it in church, you can have it in mostly happens in gatherings, or when you're with another person. When you're trying to network with someone, there are different things to put in mind. You have to be able to ask open-ended questions. You need to be able to talk about shared conversations. So you're not making it just about yourself. You need to be honest. You need to be authentic. You need to have humor. Another major form of networking now for us in our age is the social media, where we're connecting by Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, yeah, anyways, you know what I'm saying. And then Twitter, and for the younger audience, there's like Snapchat and all. So one of the major importance that I researched in when looking at networking is that networking, basically we network every single day, but you're not conscious about your networking, and that's why maybe a lot of us don't have conscious networking. So it's important to harness the skill for networking and make it conscious. So you're meeting people in different sectors that will basically improve your work environment. So that's networking. So let me go into presentation skills. Presentation skills is basically has to do with you having really good communication skills. It's the ability to basically deliver information, basically being able to stand or speak to people by making sure that everything you're talking about is clear, your structure, and then basically you have the content to be able to tell people what you're saying. One of the major things about presentation skills is that you can't be, you have to really understand your content. You have to make sure that you're not, you're basically, your breath, there's a lot of things to consider when you're presenting. The way you speak, the way you deliver, all of those things are very, very important. So I think that's it for me. Thank you, Dr. Torin.
Thank you. This is the shortest presentation, but powerful. Awesome. Well done, Lami. Well done, everyone.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Mrs. Abimbola, are you ready for us? Blessing, are you ready for us? Joseph, are you ready for us? Any one of you should go ahead. Like I said, I always want the meeting to strictly be 1 hour so that we can have the rest of the day.
I'm ready.
Your video, Joseph, if you're ready. Good.
I'm ready.
All right.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am super excited to be part of this session. Networking. Yes, I want to start by telling a story.
Okay, so you should be done by 7:31. Okay.
Okay, great. So I grew up a very timid young man. I grew up in the hand of a priest, and you don't go outside. You don't meet people because the thing was that stay indoor, read your books all the time. Just read your books, stay with your books, and stay indoor. And the area we grew up was that which there were young people who my foster father, who was actually a priest, felt that if we have opportunity to meet them, they are going to influence us in a wrong way. So growing up with that mindset as growing up in such an environment made me a very, very timid and a very shy person. I didn't go to network. I hardly reach out to people. I can recall vividly on one occasion when I would travel back to the village when I was still young. So in my village, they used to have this sanitation where student bodies go out for sanitation, to clean the community. And usually in every home where they know there is a student, if you fail to come out, they are going to enter your mother's kitchen and pick anything. So I've had this experience where they usually visit my mother's kitchen to pick something because I'm always shy of going out to network, to meet people. I don't know what people are going to say. So I was this timid, I was this shy, and then getting into the university, getting into student union, I began to know the value of people or value of networking. And then getting to research about networking, I realized that you have to be intentional and strategic. And then if you really, really want to go far in life, if you want to be successful in your career, you need to begin to point out certain people that you are going to say you want to meet them. And then networking, according to one of Dr. Toyin's book on mentoring, a lot of people think mentoring is one-sided. So what value do you also have? How do you help your mentor? So it's a mutual relationship. So when you are going to network with a person, you should be able to ask yourself, what's going to be the benefit of that person? So for me, networking is you first reaching out, solving a problem. Mr. Dowu, I think, mentioned about Christ. I think Christ was the king networker. This is what he did. He saw guys who were stranded in fishing. He solved the problem to them. And then that automatically connected them to him because they know, this guy can solve problem. So he has value. He has something to connect with. So networking for me is about connecting authentically. And when I researched further, it linked me with a course I did on storytelling, the press model. So in leadership, every leaders must reach out authentically. And then I had to bring that into my my school. I realized that I made it a point of duty to ensure that I connect with them more intentional than before. And I tell us that even while I am not there physically, those guys are like fire. So for me, I would sit back and reread those research and apply them. Essentially, there are a lot of people running a low income, a low cost school means that I am the marketer, I am the brand of this thing. So I need to build this powerful network so that when I'm dragging people there, I have people that will be able to give me 1 million, 2 million for me to empower those people. So that's away from networking and into presentation. I also use a little story. There was a time I was invited to come and give a keynote years ago. On the stage, I find out that I didn't have any, my saliva was dried, everything in me. This is a true life story. I was fidgeting. I was there with my book before me, but sincerely, I didn't know how to put words together to be able to communicate in a way that people, and the house was filled to brim, right? So, but I just think I was able to compose myself 9 minutes but I didn't hear myself well, right? I didn't hear myself. So when I stepped down from the stage, I was like, I know a friend of mine who came and hugged me. Like, he was the only savior I had that moment. Like, he was my savior. He hugged me and said, Joseph, you did well. Me, I knew I didn't do well, but that was just the whole world I needed. So right from that day, I told myself, Joseph, you need to go and learn this. And I think for me, to be very practical about it, about presentation skills, look for opportunity where you speak, where you are, and it is about practicing over and over and over and over. I've done a course with Chris Anderson, the curator of TEDx, over and over. I continue doing the course. I continue to because I know that people who communicate effectively
Time up.
have influence, and I wish to learn more and more about it. Thank you.
Awesome. That's great. Even with your storytelling, you were able to manage time. That is superb.
Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Joseph. All right. So we have Mrs. Abimbola. Are you ready for us? Then we have Blessing. Ogechi is my executive assistant, so she's not presenting. Mrs. Abimbola, Blessing, either of you, if you're ready, let's get to hear from you. Let's get to see you. Hi, Madam Bless. I've missed you like Kilode.
Good morning, Ma.
Good morning.
In fact, first of all, I'd like to apologize. Dr. Toyin is such a patient person.
What we
In
like,
fact, I didn't know you to be like that until now.
what we
Thank you
like.
for being so. Thank you for. In fact, she's been so patient with me. Thank you for your love, your kindness. Thank you for always reaching out. In fact, beyond words, I would say that you have done a lot already without missing words. I'm really grateful. Of course, you understand some of the things that has happened to me in the past, but then work became so tight for me. I managed 3 schools, and it's not been so
Powerful
very
woman.
easy. And just yesterday, on Wednesday, we had one of our graduation ceremony. Then yesterday, I came back, I think about 9 p.m. My eyes is still very heavy. I think I didn't even remember to bathe. I just used
Yes.
I just used a face wipe to clean the makeup on my face.
Wow.
So without wasting so much time.
So you are ending by 7:39. All right.
Okay, so I have 4 minutes to go. Without wasting much time, like I said, I'll just use some. You have one of your students who has come for your training, and I happened to meet him also through a training online. I think we met online first, and I noticed he was someone that was always celebrating people, but we never connected until we met in a particular training. And then he was the one that collected my number. I didn't think it was anything, He collected my number after we did the introduction, and I'm sure he heard, this one is managing 3 schools. This must be a very important person. And I noticed he kept following up. He kept calling me. He would check up on me. How are you? How are you doing? How's your family? I was getting tired because I think one of the things I'm trying to do is to learn how to pick calls. I'm very terrible with that, and I will meet his missed calls. He will send me messages. He was not giving up. And then he saw my status that, at the time I needed to travel for something happened in my home. He saw it on my status. He followed me up. He sent me 5,000 naira. I said, what's going on? I didn't know he was talking. And he was showing so much care, concern, love. And then before you know, we got close. I had an opportunity one day in my office, and I just told my boss that we are this period, there's no school. Don't you think we can quickly engage our staff? Let's train them. Let's do something for them. Let's bring in an external stakeholder to come and talk to those people. They've seen me too much. So let's bring new faces that expertise in some of these concerns that I've laid to her. And of course, that was an opportunity for this guy. I don't just want to mention his name anyway. So, and he came.
I know him already.
Before you could say Jack Robinson, I had given him like 2, 3, 4 other schools where he could train and network. And currently in my school, my boss is calling him my consultant, my personal consultant, and yesterday in our graduation there was an award for him. Yesterday in our grad, they did a mug, they did a throw pillow, they bought him a perfume, and all this was just through networking, like I would say. So for me, I would just say that was a practical example of networking. And from there, he said, no, you are too good to be here. You are just hiding inside this place. I need to also bring you out. I need you to come this. And, and he started showing me, we are now helping each other because we network. I think for me, networking is practical. You can't sit in your home and say, I'm networking. You can be in your home and network, yeah, but then you must reach out. You must exchange pleasantry. You must show love. You must show concern. And before you know it, you are getting to know each other better. You're getting to know what you do. And of course, when a place of opportunity comes, your name would definitely be mentioned. So the grammar of networking is this definition. Networking, I don't want to go into that route. But for me, I say networking is more practical, than just assumptions. So then for presentation, I'll just use like yesterday. Okay, some weeks ago, we had planned for a a doctor to come around, take one of our, be a guest speaker in my second school, you know, and then 2 days to the event, we discovered that she was not going to be able to make it. And of course, we needed to think of something. My boss was like, I have a consultant. Why am I struggling to go and please, you are the one that will do it. Go and study. And then, boom, we had over 1,000 parents, dignitaries, more than 1,000 in that hall. There was no space for the graduates. We didn't see space for the graduating students. They had to march in from outside because we needed to also consider the dignitaries and parents and all that came. And then I was speaking, you know, I was like, is this me? Over 1,000 people presenting and talking, and everybody at the end of the day, when I was done talking, networking started again. People started reaching out to me. I met the VC of Mujama University. He said, please, I'd like to have you in my school. I'd like you to, you know, I'm sure for them, I'm sure I did well. But for me, I'm still learning to grow and upgrade myself. Thank you so much, Ma. I think I'll just use, like I said.
Oh my God, bless you, you're in trouble. You have exposed yourself. I will show you shaggy. But I love the storytelling. I love the storytelling, and I love the flow. You know, just going from networking skills to presentation skills, giving us real life application of things that you have done. I just love the blend of this class. Some people came with statistics, research. Some people came with storytelling. Some people came with facts. Some people came with information. I love the mix because that's actually, it is not one-sided. Well done, everybody. Okay, Mrs. Abimbola, I think you are the last person on the call before I have what to say. Yep, glad you made it. Over to you, ma'am. So you'll be wrapping up by 7:46.
Good morning. I hope you can hear me now.
We can hear you, but we can't see your face.
I'm driving. I just
wow.
hope.
Okay. Okay, please, no need to show your face. Please focus on the road.
So I may not be able to show my face really.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes.
All right. I want to thank you, and I want to really appreciate you. That's part of my time. Okay. Right. So for me, though I met yesterday night on networking, and from what everyone has said, I've gathered some other things. Networking is ability to work with other people. I've discovered that social media is a powerful tool in networking because it was social media that made me to see the person that connected me to the part of the success story for her, for me also. So networking is great. You can't be an island. In an island, you cannot make it. So network. So I think that's that for me in networking. The presentation is about communication, ability to communicate your idea and to present it in a way that's to your audience. So you must know your audience, you must know what you want to say. If you are dealing with children, you know you have to just like so many people giving us stories here, you know, so that's able to attract them, to be able to get their attention. And then also know the feedback is very, very important because it is when presented that people are able to see what we got these trees, we're able to learn this, we're able to get that is when communication or presentation has been effective. Not only by talking, maybe by like a point or anything, you know. So you must be able to act well. If you are doing a presentation through the So it's about points. Make sure that ambiguous, you are clear. You have to attract your listeners or your I'll stop there. I think I'll use my 6 minutes. Love this.
Okay. In fact, there's a lot of issue with your network, but I think I was able to pick a couple of things. You mentioned social media. That was how you got connected. You know, you got connected to someone on social media that gave you my contact, right? I also heard the part where you spoke about the fact that when you're presenting, you have to ensure that you get feedback. You have to ensure that you are able to connect with whoever you're talking with. So those were the few things I was able to pick. But I'm so happy that you were able to make it, even though you have an event by 8 a.m. And that's why I love the 7 a.m. because you won't even know you have done so much in the first few hours of the day. I'm an early morning person and I love it. So, and I love the fact that everybody had to adjust. Okay, so I just have some few things to share about the two topics we have researched on. So the first one I want to talk about is networking skills. And yesterday I was in a class with the global head for Beyond Success, okay? And it was a very fantastic class. And there was something he mentioned. He said, you need at least these 4 people in your life. For those that look at my status, I think Gloria has seen it. Those that look at my status, bumper to bumper. I'm sure they have seen this thing that I'm about to share, because when it comes to networking, it is very powerful. In fact, it is a lot more powerful than your intelligence. Why? Because God has connected and he has created us for interconnectivity. So there is a level of dependence, there is a level of independence, and there is a level of interdependence, right? So you cannot afford not to work in these 3 spaces. It is a continuum. At every point in time, you have to be dependent. At every point in time, you have to be, dependent independent, and you have to be interdependent. It is just so important. So you should never get to a point you said, I've outgrown being dependent, or I've outgrown being, independent. I've outgrown being interdependent. You need it at all times. Now, Ray Poham mentioned these 4 relationships. And the first one is, everyone needs a teacher. And he said, why do you need a teacher? You need a teacher to learn. You need a teacher to give you answers. You need a teacher to help you understand things you are ignorant about. You need a teacher to help you apply the knowledge. You need a teacher to help teach you new skills. Don't worry, I'll share the flyers on the group when I'm done. Then you also need a teacher to help you develop useful competence. Okay, in fact, let me just share it right away so that to avoid stories that touch the heart and that you can follow me. Okay, so that's the first relationship we all need in our lives. Like all of us use the examples of a teacher. Jesus was one of our greatest teachers. So I've shared it on the group. Next, you need a friend. And when I say a friend, not a general friend, you need, there was a word you used. You need a, Holy Spirit, help me. Okay, he said, yes, he said, you need a friend that will serve like a confidant, a constructive friend, a friend that you know that you are free around, not an acquaintance. There's a difference between having an acquaintance and having a friend. But you need that 1 or 2 people in your life that you can be vulnerable to without any fears. And you should also serve that purpose in their lives as well, right? He said, yes, a trusted friend, that is it. He says, you need a trusted friend. Now, a trusted friend is a person that loves and cares for you. It's not one-sided, must have your best interest at heart, looks you in the eyes and tells you how great you are, looks you in the eyes and tells you how wrong you are. And you know that this person is saying the truth. Why? Because this friend is a trusted friend, right? You also need a mentor in your life. What does a mentor help you to do? A mentor helps you to master things, okay? And everybody needs a mentor. In fact, I have mentors in different areas of my life. And that's why it's like, oh, Dr. Tony is always hot. Like, I have people that when they talk, I just shut up my mouth. I will shut up my mouth, except they ask me to talk. Because these are the people that helps me to master a lot of things. So I've been longing to get into corporate consulting, corporate trainings and all that. And I had to go look for this person. And I paid heavily. And it's been my mentor since, I think, 2020. That was way before COVID. And I will tell you that next week is going to be my first opportunity to train in the corporate world. Now, I've gone to a lot of trainings with him in the corporates to understudy, to observe, but I just got a call, right? I even had to go join an association that has to do with facilitators, not in the education space now, because that was the advice he gave to me. I went to join the association. I joined the association since last year, and I was like, God, oh God, when? I've been doing all these things this person has told me to do. And to the glory of God, I will be having my first corporate facilitation next week, and I'm so excited. And of course, you know, the pay is very good, very, very good. And it's less stressful, guys. I'm not saying I've left education totally, but it's still the same teaching gifts, right? I wish I can see the expression is on some people's faces. You know, this camera that you're offering is not helping matters. But then you need to get a mentor to help share their experiences with you. Please, I want to see your emojis in the chat room. Let me see how you're feeling with this conversation or a comment. I feel like I'm talking to myself. So please, let's engage. Very important. Since I can't see your faces. Okay, Blessing is laughing also. I need emojis. I need comments in the chat room. So you need a mentor that's, you know, they help to share their experience with you. They improve the skills that you have. Oh, okay, she's loving this. I need more emojis, please, guys. All right. They help you develop what you know, okay? They help you develop, they don't make your skills outdated, all right? Then they show you where you go wrong, and then they give advice and feedback, okay? So everybody needs a mentor, okay? Now, everybody also needs a coach. Why do you need a coach? A coach will help you. Yeah, Glory is excited. She's clapping. Thank you. A coach will help you to improve. Okay? They will ask you questions that will bring out the innate potential in you. They will help you to hold constructive conversations. They will hold you accountable. Whether you like it or not, you must show face 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, right? And then they will help you reflect your reality. And then, of course, they will challenge you. Like something Mr. Joseph keeps saying is that, you know, he's been challenged. Every time we get to talk, he keeps saying he's been challenged in the last 6 weeks to do a lot more with himself and for himself. Okay, and then also, you also need the 3 levels of relationship in your life. You need the 3 levels of relationships in your life. Okay, Ogechi is laughing. She's laughing because I don't know. Don't let me conclude. All right, but thank you, Ogechi, for that emoji. So you need 3 levels of relationship. You need those above you. Why do you need those above you? You need those above you for wisdom, for guidance, for direction, for inspiration. Now, don't ask me what I've said. As I'm talking, I'm expired, so I can't remember. Once I say it, it has gone. You need those above you for support. Okay. Now, those that are these are coaches, mentors, pastors, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah. Now, thank you, Ogechi, for scribing. You need those that are like at par, like your peers. Okay. Those that are together with you. You know, sometimes it could be by age, sometimes it could be by competence, sometimes it could be by experience, sometimes, but you just need people that you know you're on the same level. You just know you're on the same level. Why do you need them? You need them for connection. Okay. All right. So you also need those people at the top for exposure. You need those people that are at the same level for connection, for support, for comfort, okay, for relationship. Because they can understand you, right? They understand where you are in life. They understand. They can feel you. They can relate with you. They can empathize with you, right? Then you need those that are coming up. You need those that are coming up like kilo day, like like there's no tomorrow, because you need them to understand trends. I showed people on my social media shaking with my AI created photos. I can't do that. But someone on my team, our digital specialist, she is fantastic. And you need them because they understand trends. You know, whether we like it or not, we are growing and you are almost becoming old school. So you have to, be humble enough to learn from them. Yes. You have to be humble enough to know what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up. You need those that are, because they are digital natives. We are digital migrants. We are just proving to be, when they say you are already 50 and you are trying to feel like 30, Yorubas will say agidiloku. Agidiloku means that you are just kind of fooling yourself. Madam, uncle, you are getting old. So there's some things that, you can't just do at some certain age, and you just need these people. You need them. I tell you, please, if you have had an impression that, don't even try it. There's some things that when my daughter handles my phone, she just pen. I'm still trying to rally my head round. I'm still processing. I'm still thinking. She has gotten it done, right? So we need them for trends. We need them to keep being relevant. To keep being relevant, you need these guys. You need them. So it is very important for us to know that. So that's that for networking skills. In the next 5 minutes, I'll be talking about presentation skills. So for presentation, you need presentation, you need communication skills, because as a leader, you cannot do everything. You cannot, except your vision is myopic and your vision is too small. You cannot do everything. So you need presentation and communication skills to be able to show the group of people you are leading, to be able to transfer the energy for them to just pick up what you're saying, which is abstract, and run with it. As a leader now, you're walking through people to achieve your set goals and objectives. Scripture says, write the vision, make it plain, so that either reader will do what? Will run with it, not walk, not crawl, run with it. And if you cannot communicate concisely, you cannot communicate with clarity, if you cannot communicate with dexterity and intentionality, you're going to have issues as a leader. You're going to have issues. You're going to have issues with the team. You're going to have issues with getting stuff done. You're going to have issues. So that is the reason why I intentionally flipped this class. Because by the time you research, you own and you understand it better than if I have to teach you. So that was why we had to use the flipped classroom, where I listened. And by the way, I learned a lot. And I'm happy that we have all the research work via email, so I can actually go there to pick one or two things. So guys, That is it. That is it. That is it. Any question and any final words? And by the way, the group is going to be quiet from this new week, from Sunday. Why? Because we have to start preparing for the new cohorts. We would appreciate if you can refer, people to join us for the next cohort, which is starting August 1st. And also for those that want to join the education consultancy program, we also, please make sure you private chat me as soon as we're done, because we're also starting a new cohort in August 1st. So August for us is going to be pretty busy, because we know that's when teachers and people have time to learn. And remember, you just have to drop your first deposit of 50,000 naira to be added to the main group. We have two packages. We have the one where if you want to access just the online course, fine. But if you want to access both the online course and the coaching and mentoring, is 150,000 naira. So if you also have people that you want to refer for that, that would be fantastic. Lastly, we are having a free class on Monday on the 10 principles for your next level. It's actually a free program to help us also publicize the mentoring 19.0, because I mean, this program is life transforming. So we just have to do all that we can to get people on board, to get to discover who they are, to get to learn and build their leadership skills, as well as become a better leader and transform your world. So I'm going to have a final 1 minute farewell speech from everybody, and then we'll call it a day. So who wants to go first? Just unmute. If you can see your face, that would be fantastic, and that will be it. So let me stop recording, or do you want us to still record this? Unmute for the final speech, 1 minute, and then we'll be out. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first now? Okay, Glory.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I would like to say that I'm so excited. I took this decision to enroll in this course. It's been a very beautiful experience. And like I said the other time, by God's grace, sorry about that, by God's grace, I will make sure I apply the things that I've learned and make you proud, make our tribe proud and make God proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Glory. Thank you. All right, Blessing, I saw you also muted. Let's hear from you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Toyin. For me, I want to find out. I have some pending work that I'm yet to do, and I want to know how I'm going to go about it.
Okay.
Since the group will be
quiet. So you have your password and your username. So log in, get your work done, and once you get your work done, that will be it. Then make sure you also fill in the feedback form. And when you are satisfied, okay, good. So once you have finished your courses, upload them make sure you upload on the LMS and send a copy via email. Once you have done that, your certificate will be sent to you.
Okay. So thank you so very much. Thank you for your patience, your love. I think this is a beautiful connection for us. Right. And it will continue. Okay. I look forward to meeting you more physically.
Yes, you people should invite me to come to Benin now. You not invite me. If you invite me, I will come. But it's plenty money, shall. So tell your boss, hey, I'm not a cheap mentor. But let's get to talk about that offline. Let's see how we can work that out. Yeah. Benin is not so far from Lagos. All right, Blessing, thank you. Okay, Joseph, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach, for the journey. It's been an interesting one for me. On a personal note, I have learned extra to be productive, juggling days with my master's program, McKinsey Academy, did some courses, prompt engineering, AI. So just productivity. One of the things I've taken home is you've taught me directly what it means to manage your time, and that's punctuality. So even in everything I do, I apply that. I'm grateful to God for this experience, and most importantly, you are leading from the heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Now you want to make me cry. Oh, who's going next? So we have Lami and Mr. Ido. Okay, Mr. Ido, kindly unmute. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Toyi, for the support and then for the experience. I have learned a lot. In fact, I've learned more than what I invested. And I know as the opportunity comes around, I will implement those things. And then I have been able to see the importance of interpersonal relationship and then even networking. And I know that this coming academic session, I know that I'm going to explore a lot of those things I've learned. And then thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Thank you for being there.
Yeah.
You've been a coach, and at the same time, you've been a mother, because, you know, a mother will always insist, though the mother may not use cane, but just in a way, subtle way of repeating the something over and over until it is done.
Yes.
So thank you. I really appreciate, and I'm going to miss you for a while, because I'm going to join the next course.
Are you not coming in for the consultancy program? So if you're coming in for the consultancy program, we won't miss each other. In fact, you just started.
Yes, yes, thank you.
So that one, I will show you Shege. That one is more complex than this, so we want.
I know.
It's a lot more technical.
You know, actually, the break I had then in the course of this program, it coincided with the time I was doing online marketing for Cambridge. And then, you know, you have
that is the idea. You have to be able to combine it. If me as a woman, I have to cook, I have to take care of you, I have to. You don't have an excuse, my brother.
Yes, I don't really have any excuse.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right. So let's have Lami. Sweet Lami. Let me hear your voice. Lami, are you there? Oh, wow. Okay. And I think Mrs. Abimbola also has left the call. All right, guys. So that would be it. For those that have actually completed everything that they need to, I would announce on the group those that are eligible to collect their certificates. And then, of course, Mr. Tunde will sort you out, right? So that's why he's with us on the group. So I will be announcing your name tomorrow. or better still, I would private chat you so that others don't feel, oh, are you, does that mean I'm not graduating yet? Or should I even send it on the group so that I'll prepare those that have not finished? Okay, I'll think about it. Okay, so since we can't hear Lami's voice, let me stop recording. Listen to ladies, I will think about it. Don't put words in my mouth.